Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. And there you go, isn't it? We talked about the large seller and it has appeared. Now we first talked about it here and then we saw it here again. And today you see it happen one more time. But just be careful, there is a big trap here. I want to talk to you about that in today's video. I apologize, I'm a little tired today. Lots of things to do. But still, profits to be found in the charts, isn't it? On the first trade here, 9:56 a.m. I'll see for yourself, 9:56. That's here. This was 9:56 a.m. timestamped here. And all you had to do was to identify the magenta algorithm. Makes it so easy to take a trade once you understand that, especially with the selling algorithm here. Breaking out with the 5-day retest. So this was quite straightforward. Thereafter, you see the magenta building more liquidity as well for a second leg down. Absolutely beautiful. And this was important because I talked about that seller that has been approaching for the past 2 days here, right? So quite important you watch yesterday's video. You have to watch yesterday's video. Link in the description. When you do that, you chain up my thought process day after day, and that helps you to read the charts better. It's good training for you. So please do that later when you have the time. Let's carry on here. There was another beautiful trade here that I talked about, and that was at 1:27. Take a look, 1:27 p.m. 1:27 was about here. This was 1:27 p.m. here, right? And I talked about this beautiful teal and pink, and I mentioned very clearly that someone is building all the liquidity at the pink and yellow, and you see it for yourself here. Absolutely beautiful trade, isn't it? This particular trade here, it's a good trade as long as you're able to see how beautiful the algorithms are. And penny perfect, isn't it, when you charted the pink here off that 5-day moving average as well. Just take a look, it's beautiful. Penny perfect, especially the rejection of that pink as well. Even your target, you knew where your target was. And I took a trade here. Take a look. No words, just take a look. Not going to say anything in case I get flagged by the AI. But anyway, there's another trade here. I talked about this. Yeah, I talked about there's a magenta along the 5-day moving average. Now this was at 3:18. Now 3:18 was about here. This was 3:18 p.m. I mentioned there was a magenta. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it, isn't it? Together with the 5-day, you see that beautiful liquidity here, grabbing on the way down. And this was my trade here for that. Look, 10x, absolutely beautiful trade. There will always be opportunities. Remember, you must find profits in the charts. You're not trying to pick a direction, right? So we were able to make it here, make it here, make it here. All because you're able to identify the algorithms right there. Obviously, there's some news today. So this is this kind of volatility that you want to be able to be very careful to learn how to extract profits from. So don't be biased. Don't have the lack of ability to find profit. Some of you just want to choose a direction. But don't forget, you're here to lock in the profits. Remember that. Now, where do we go from here? It's important you watch yesterday's video. To do it later, links in description. You have to understand that, because a big part of that was talking about that blue algorithm. You watch yesterday's video, this will make a lot more sense. I talked about this blue algorithm. I talked about this head and shoulder pattern. You see it happening now. I talked about the seller here, right? You see it happening now. I talked about the 5-day retest. You see it happening now. Watch yesterday's video, it will make more sense to you. And you will realize that there are things that you can, prepare for, right? And when it happens, you are already prepared. You are not caught by surprise. Now, where do we go from here? It's important you realize that we have about closed the gap. Well, it's technically not close, but you have to be very careful. There is some liquidity of that pink in the 1-minute chart here, isn't it? You see this pink liquidity. So this is quite important. The market can still grab the liquidity here, but a larger move will be to close the cup at the 7-11 here, right? So you see that green algorithm here, penny perfect, isn't it? Just take a look. It's penny perfect. And so there is this very strong, this magenta here, right? If the market wants to grab the liquidity, it can grab it twice like that. You have to be more mindful now. If you watch yesterday's video, I did tell you to wait for cups to close. That will be much better, more ideal. So if there's more upsides, yes, there are some a confirmation that you can absolutely be waiting for. Be careful if you continue selling in the orange right here. There is another beautiful liquidity here. I talked about that over here. Now, by then, you would want to see your 5-day turn into some sort of resistance, isn't it? So you see the blue algorithm here. This can still reject, right? We can form nested structures here again. Absolutely, we can. So just be more mindful if you see, especially orange starting to sell. And within the orange, you see the stronger green has started to appear, isn't it? So you look out for the green if there is indeed stronger selling down the channel here like that. There is a larger liquidity here. I talked about that as well yesterday's video. Watch it later, please. So this makes more sense to you. Right, you want to obviously wait for that yellow retest. By then your 5-day will start plateauing and starting to trend down as well. If the market wants to, well, grab some liquidity down on the way down. I talked about this too. This is better liquidity. If the market wants to head up, it will be great if there's a pullback here. That 5-day catch more liquidity and we grab it back like that. If there is to be more upside, obviously a deeper pullback will be ideal. So just be more mindful here now, because we are now back to a much larger wedge here. Right, there's a larger wedge here as well. Obviously the orange here. Now I may not be around tomorrow to trade because I'm working on something big. So my suggestion is, if you have always thought of signing up and joining the server, please do so as soon as possible, because once I launch what I'm working on, I will be increasing the price, and so it will be to your benefit if you do. Thank you for honoring my work and watching me. I will obviously be my honor to guide you in deeper ways, as I'm doing in the Discord server. So if it helps you, now is the best time to do so before I complete what I'm working on, and there will be significant price hikes to try to prune away newer members who, honestly, I don't want too many people to know what we're doing, but yet I still want to encourage growth. Growth is always the very key engine of making sure that we stay excited and we stay accountable, focused. It excites me, motivates me when I meet new people, when I can help new people, but I don't want too many, right? So there's a reason why there's certain gatekeeping in place, and obviously there's no need for me to budge on the way I gatekeep certain things. So this is a good time if you want to, but I will not be around tomorrow. So, but plenty of resources, hundreds of hours of videos, 5 years worth of analysis for you to just look through them. Right, so thank you very much for watching. Sorry, I'm a little tired today, just working. I've been working throughout the night, last night as well, including this morning, while trading at the same time. But you see for yourself, once you're able to identify the algorithms, you're just literally trying to find profits in the charts instead of worrying where the charts are going. Please to stay focused. I'll see you closer to opening.